Hi, this is the third time that I'm recording this video. So I recorded it the first two times, and basically, I guess I should say this first. This is intended to be like an update video about where I've been, what I've been doing, like who I am now today. Because the whole point of this channel is to just document, my life with my husband as time goes on, and it's like a digital scrapbook for me, basically. Um, I recorded this video two other times before this and just figured like I'm talking too much. Like not like my talking is like pointless, I'm talking like too much and it's like kind of useless. Like no, like I'm talking too much in a sense that like I'm just sharing too much and I don't need to be. It's not that I like don't think I should be. Like it's fine if I want to, but like I like it's just I like my videos don't have to be this long. Yeah, I'm recording this because I realized that the last video that I recorded was like over a year ago. So here we are, and I just wanted to do a little update. Yeah, my life is going pretty great right now. I have a new hairstyle. I feel more comfortable in my own skin. I'm going to therapy, which is really huge for me. Yeah, like everything has just been like really successful, and like my husband's work is going really well. Like we're going to be able to go to Japan in like uh fall of 2025. That's when we're scheduling it. But yeah, like it's going to be a whole thing. We're going for like 2 weeks. It's going to be so much fun. And I can't wait to post like videos here of us in Japan. But anyway, but yeah, yeah, everything is just awesome, honestly. I've been working really hard at working on myself as a person and the way I view life and other people. I've been working hard to, like build up like the communities that I'm part of, like not like building up the community as a whole, but like, just building a sense of community for myself and like helping myself, get in touch with other people because I was a very lonely person in the past and like I didn't really like who I was because of that. So I feel like I've done a very good job at fixing that. And yeah, I've picked up knitting this year. Man, this is like the third time that I did this. I always say the date in at the beginning of every single video, and I forgot to do it this time too. It's like the third time that I've recorded this. But anyway, it is April 2nd, 2024. So yeah, in the beginning of 2024, January, I picked up knitting. I had started going to like knitting club, like a new club that like was started in my city, like a small one for like people around my age, like people in their 20s. And like I started going and, just sort of figured like, man, like the people, they were so lovely and I loved them. Like they were great and really kind, but like I don't think it was exactly the kind of community that I wanted to like really be part of. Like ultimately like I just figured like I think I could find people who are a little more like me. So yeah, we're gonna try again with finding a thing for me to do, like a creative thing for me to do with other people once a week. But I did keep knitting as like a hobby, and I've knitted a scarf for my mannequin at home. That was my first project. And now I'm knitting a quilt using granny squares, so that's really exciting. I have a lot of fun knitting. It's like very therapeutic to me. So yeah, that's a new skill that I can add to my toolbox. That I have added to my toolbox. Sorry. Um, I've been doing a lot more digital art as of recently, just like practicing my skills. I did my first Inktober from start to finish in October 2023, like just last like a few months ago, and yeah, it was Cringe-tober, like that was the theme, and I did every single day. I did a picture every single day and uploaded it to my Tumblr, and I still have all the images saved onto my tablet where I draw my pictures, and I grew a lot as an artist doing that, so I'm absolutely going to be doing Inktober every single year from now on. Um, I still work at the coffee shop that I worked at previously. I worked on the churro truck for a little bit with my really good friend, um, and then went back to the coffee shop. They're both owned by the same company, so I'm able to go back and forth as I please. Um, so yeah, that's been great. I'm moving into a house this summer. That's really exciting. It's going to be a rental house. We're moving in with said very good friend from the churro truck. We might be moving in with another really good friend, so we're gonna figure out like whether or not our other friend is gonna move in with us at the end of this month. So that will determine how big of a house we're gonna be renting. But it's gonna be great because we're gonna be living in so much of a bigger spot. Sorry, like my hand's shaking, and we're gonna be saving so much more money because like rent in this city is really expensive. We live in one of the most expensive cities in this country, so that's gonna be really great. We're gonna save a lot of money. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Like we're gonna play like board games and video games together, and it's so exciting. It's so exciting living with other people and getting to do stuff like that. I know like living with other people is not for everybody, and like we had sort of thought initially, me and my husband, like, oh, we're not gonna live with other people, like that's it, like we're just gonna be living just like you and me for a while, like for the rest of our lives probably, because we don't even intend on having children or anything. So I mean, I found that a little sad, like at first, because I really like living with other people, like the way we did in college. And I personally don't see why that has to end. Like, I don't know. I feel like we can all support each other and just, be less lonely, like if we all lived together, especially if we are people who are not going to be having children. But yeah, my husband finally came around to it because like, yeah, we're able to very comfortably afford a 1-bedroom apartment in our city, like despite how expensive it is. Like we're able to afford a really nice one, and like, it's fine, but like ultimately we could be saving more money and we want more space. Like we want to be living in like, like a house. Like we've been wanting a house, and like that's just not doable, just the two of us, to be renting a house in the city limits, like just the two of us. Like I'd have to be working a full-time job too, and like that's not the lifestyle that we're trying to go for. Like I'm more of like the stay-at-home like wife, and that's so funny because that sounds so traditional and we're very like anti-traditional, but that's just the way things turned out, and we're fine with that. So that's that. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and he's really excited about it too. But yeah, we're just gonna be like a house of like just like queer folk. We're all queer one way or another. But but yeah, it's gonna be great, and we're looking forward to that a lot. I'm just really excited to decorate for Halloween and Christmas. Anyway, I'm babbling too much. This video is about to be as long as the other two were. The other two were like 20 minutes, and I don't want it to be that long. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm really happy in life right now. Everything's pretty great. But yeah, that's it. So bye.